Hey guys, Scripted here with another video, and I came across this interview with Carl Sagan and Jimmy Carson from 1978, and this guy, he's passed on now, but he was involved with the space program, and he, I guess, discovered that Venus was gaseous and what temperature it was and stuff, so he did some stuff, and then they gave him a professor job, I think at Harvard. He did write some books. He wrote a lot of stuff about, like, evolution and things of that nature, so that's kind of where you'll get his vibes. But, dude, he's talking about Star Wars like this. Like, listen to what this guy has to say.
Star Wars starts out saying it's on some other galaxy.
Right.
And then you see there's people. And starting in scene one, there's a problem because human beings are the result of a unique evolutionary sequence based upon so many individually unlikely random events on the Earth.
So right away he's getting into like, oh, well, there shouldn't be humans because it was such a perfect thing that happened on Earth to make humans. And there's no possible way that a galaxy far, far away could have humans. It's like, dude, it's a movie, bro. Calm down. And there's a certain like smugness to him where he's trying to like criticize a fun movie by bringing in his scienciness. Now, personally, like, I think evolution has a lot of flaws. I just don't see how. I have issues with it, but whatever you believe, whatever, right? But, like, to be that smug and acting like George Lucas screwed up because he put human beings in this movie, ugh, it's so cringy.
In fact, I think most evolutionary biologists would agree that if you started the Earth out again and just let those random factors operate, you might wind up with beings that are as smart as us and as ethical and artistic and all the rest, but they would not be human beings. That's for the Earth. So in another planet, different environment, very unlikely to have human beings.
Are you saying on another galaxy, it's not possible that there could be...
It's extremely unlikely that there would be creatures as similar to us as the dominant ones in Star Wars, and there's a whole bunch of other things. They're all white.
And there it is, right? And like this stuff's been going on for a lot longer than people realize. There's this group of people that are just obsessed with this stuff. It's just ridiculous. And it's always against the West for some reason. Like, for example, like, you know that actor who played Shin or whatever, that Marvel superhero, that Chinese guy, and he's always complaining that there's not enough Asians in Hollywood. It's like, dude, how many white people are in Chinese movies? Like, how many white people are in Bollywood movies? Why is it always one way with these people? It's always one way. You're not allowed. The West is not allowed to have any kind of cultural relevance or any kind of just movies even that feature white people. I mean, holy smokes, how many white people were in America in 1977? Google says it's 83%. So, like, what do you expect, bro? And if you think about it demographically, the humans in Star Wars, it's about that. There's Lando and there's some other guys, but that's about what it is. That's what the country was. Like, I don't understand why everyone, even in 1978, they're complaining because there's white people in a Star Wars movie? Really?
The skin of all the humans in Star Wars, oddly enough, is sort of like this.
Right.
And not even the other colors represented on the Earth are present, much less greens and blues and purples and oranges.
Again, like, why would George Lucas be obligated to put all the different types of people on the Earth into a movie made in LA, in the States? Any more than Bollywood is obligated to put people other than East Indians. Where is this weird obligation that these people try to foist on everybody? It's like, dude, that doesn't reflect American society. And what did you want him to do? He was on how much was Star Wars? Like a $10 million budget? Was he supposed to fly people in from all over the world to be in his movie to appease you because you've got this weird perspective and you think that like feeling guilty for your skin color like makes you virtuous or something? It's just weird stuff, man. And again, this is 1978. This is an old clip. So a lot of you guys that are younger or like think that like this stuff's just started the last 15 years, there have been people pushing this nonsense for a very, very long time. And I go back to the clips of Return of the Jedi after it came out, and the amount of fans, and none of the brown fans were complaining that there wasn't enough brown people in Star Wars. It's people like this guy. Like, they didn't care. They loved it. Watch the video clips of them after the movie, and they absolutely loved it.
All I've got to say, the Jedi have returned.
We're just fanatics out here waiting on Return of the Jedi. 3 years in the making. We're waiting for this.
Some people don't idolize Darth Vader like I do. See, I want him to get Luke.
I guess Darth Vader will die. I'm not sure. I hope he doesn't. I love his black.
Floor and balcony seating. Hold your own ticket as you enter the theater, please.
Move it, move it, move it!
The biggest surprise was to see all of them together at the end playing Pinochle and having a great time. I wished I was there, and I'm going to try to get a part of the next movie myself.
This has left me practically utterly speechless, actually, but it was the best one ever.
They did have a scene in Star Wars with a lot of strange characters.
Yeah, but none of them seem to be in charge of the galaxy. Everybody in charge of the galaxy seemed to look like us. And I thought there was a large amount of human chauvinism. And also, I felt very bad that at the end, the Wookiee didn't get a medal also.
Really? Chauvinism? Dude. Okay, hey, here's one for you. How many executives in 1978 were not white in Hollywood? How many scientists, Carl? How many people that you worked for at the Smithsonian or at Harvard, even today, how many? You see, it's always criticizing one area and then ignoring your own. It's like, bro, you're part of that. So what are you talking about? How many astronauts have been minorities? How many astronauts? Right? You worked with them. How many were minorities that went to the moon? You tell me. None. Because the population was almost completely white in those days. In the 60s especially. It was even more than 80. It was probably like 90%. What is with this weird obligation? It would be like me saying that, like, India needs to go grab some white guy and send him into space so that we can all feel good about ourselves. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The films were made in the States where the vast majority of the population was white people, and George specifically made the Empire to be a reflection of that. Yeah. Yep. Just like if you go to Thailand, the people in the parliament in Thailand are all Thai people. There's no white guys. There's no white guys in China's government. Like, what are you talking about? Why is it always one way? That's the part I don't understand. And never the other way. No one talks about any of these other places in the world. And they shouldn't. They're not obligated to do anything. They have their own cultures, their own societies. And it's like, no, you have to do it our way. And George Lucas is bad because none of the aliens rule the galaxy, which was literally done on purpose, dummy.
You know, all the people got medals, and the Wookiee who had been in there fighting all the time, he didn't get any medal. And I thought that was an example of anti-Wookiee discrimination.
I don't totally disagree with that. I do think Chewie should have got a medal. But the thing is, when they were making those movies, Chewie was essentially like, he represented the dog. Like, I'm sorry, I know it's mean. He's a guy in a suit. He represents the dog. He's a walking carpet. That's what they did, right? They had, it was a family style thing, the whole dynamics, and Chewie was essentially the dog of the family. And he's great and he's lovable and he should have got a medal. I agree with that. But this whole idea that it was all, he didn't get a medal because of discrimination and hating on Wookiees. It's like, no, dude, he just didn't get a medal because he didn't get a medal. Nobody was thinking that deeply about it. And this is part of the problem with this guy. Like, okay, he obviously thinks he's a very smart guy. And maybe he is. But he's still not smart enough to understand that this is just a fun movie to go watch. And no one is sitting in the theater analyzing it the way you're analyzing it, buddy. People are analyzing the plot. People are analyzing the different characters, things of that nature. No one's taking it to these types of depths, but he sure thinks he's smart saying these things. You just see the smugness. Like, buddy, it's a fun movie. It's the most successful movie of all time, basically. It was very difficult to make. George went through the mill trying to get it out. No one believed in it. He did it himself, essentially, and then started his own studio and continued to make them. This whole nonsense that you know, he had some obligation to fulfill to make you feel good about your smart smugness is just gross. But the whole point I'm making is, guys, this type of stuff has been going on for a very, very long time. And it's very divisive. It's very divisive. Can you imagine if people started saying that, you know, the Cosby Show was bad because they didn't have some random white cousin show up every episode? Like, you know how stupid that is? This is stupid. It's stupid. And these arguments are stupid, and just because you have a degree and you're deemed a smart guy doesn't mean you're smart all the time, and you can definitely be stupid. And I can't believe this guy, and that this even exists. And even Jimmy's kind of just like looking at him like, yeah, but they had the aliens, and like, and then he finds a way to bash it again. This is the type of crap George was dealing with. People like this. People talk about the prequel haters. They never went into these lengths. This is insanity. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comment section what you think. If you like this content, please like, subscribe. It always helps the channel. Feel free to check anything else on my channel. Have yourselves a very good day.